So when you start wholesaling houses, you actually need houses to wholesale.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So what do I mean by this? You need to get good at marketing. You need to understand how to generate these leads that turn into deals that you're going to be able to wholesale and make some money off. So in this episode, I'm actually going to break down what are the things that you need to make sure you have in order to market for leads so you can get deals so you can wholesale properties. Now, if you don't follow these strategies, if you try to just jump straight into marketing, there's going to be no surprise at all to why it is that you're struggling to be consistent and why it is you're struggling to get deals done. So with that being said, let's get into this show. This is John Barbera with An Investor's Journey, bringing you the freshest tips and strategies that we use on a daily basis to help you become an even better investor. We share everything that's working for us, everything that's not working for us. We go live on Fridays to show you the news, the trends, the headlines, things that are shifting in the market for you to understand how to be a better investor. This is all to provide you with all the tools so you can reach your goals and your dreams. So if this is your first time joining us, please consider subscribing. And in case you did not know, we actually launched a community, a text community, where you can text YouTube to 210-794-9898. It's completely free. But what this allows is for you to have one-on-one with us. If you have questions, deals you're working on, things that are not making sense, anything that you want to let us know and reach out to us, you can just text us. It's very simple to use. We also give out tips and strategies purely to that community that we don't share anywhere else because they're very timely. Maybe some of them are a little confidential. So if you're interested in doing that, just text YouTube to 210-794-9898. So here's where wholesalers fail when it comes time to marketing for real estate leads and when it comes time to really becoming a full-time wholesaler. And these are three areas that you have to have on lock before you even spend a dime on real estate. If you don't do this, these aren't just optionals. These are must-haves. If this is something that if I was starting from zero, if I'm starting from, day one, I'm getting into real estate, these are the things that I will make sure I have in place before I even spend a dime on marketing. So you got to make sure you have these lined up, you have these ready to go. And remember, this video is going to be a part of the whole series that we're going to be covering on marketing, different avenues of marketing, polling lists, how to target them, how to market to them, all of that. We're going to cover everything. You should not have any questions by the time this whole series is done. But you got to subscribe in order to not miss any of those videos. So let's start. Step number one of the first thing you need to do before you start marketing is you must build your buyers list. By building your buyers list, you're going to know when you have a deal in your hands. You understand? Like, you cannot know if the person that you're speaking to is even a deal, if this property that you're looking at is even a deal, if you don't have the buyers lined up that are going to take that deal on. If you don't have buyers, if you don't know who's going to buy it, if you don't know what prices they're going to buy, how do you know that you're going to have a deal? You got to build your buyers list. Now, I did a whole playlist on this that you can check out the link above, and it's also going to be in the description. A whole playlist on how to build your buyers list, how to vet them, what questions to ask, so you make sure you're not getting wholesalers and you're getting real buyers, real fix and flip buyers, real buy and hold buyers. This is also going to be very crucial to help you understand how the market works. Based on your buyers, you're going to know if you need to be targeting fix and flip homes, if you're going to be targeting more buy and hold homes, if you're going to be targeting a certain age of a home, how far back are you looking to market to? Because this is going to matter tremendously when you're pulling your lists. So if you don't have these criteria nailed down, you're not going to know what kind of list to go after. You say, oh, distress. Distress can mean a million things. And here's where the trick comes in. When you have a good, solid buyers list, you can target lists that other people are not targeting because they're shooting so broad that they're not hitting anything. You can laser focus on a list that if a deal comes through, you got a buyer ready to go lined up. And most people are not doing this. They're just getting into real estate. They're buying a foreclosure list or something like that, and they're just shotgunning the whole thing. And then somebody comes in, says, yeah, I want to sell. And they don't even know if the deal's good. They don't even know if the price is right. They don't even know if the repairs are enough. They don't know anything because they don't have the buyers lined up. The buyers are going to be your coaches. They're going to be your resource. This is how you're going to know which title company to use, which attorneys to speak to, which agents should you reach out to. They are going to be your source of connections and resources. Build your buyers list. This is not a step you skip. This is not a step that, maybe you do a little. This is a step you must dominate and you are always going to be building on. Step number 2. This is very crucial. It's determining your abilities. What do I mean by determining your abilities? Are you good with people? Do you have people skills? Are you good on the phone? All this matters is because when you start marketing, you got to pick an avenue. Are you going to do cold calling? Are you going to do text messaging? Are you going to do direct mail? Are you going to do door knocking? What are you going to do? And that's going to be purely based on your skill set. The other thing you got to know is, do you have the money? Do you have a lot of money? Do you have reserves? So many people get into wholesaling houses and with such a limited amount of money where they're like, I need to get a deal in the next 30 days. My goodness, if you need the money in the next 30 days, I am here to tell you, go get a job. Because can you do it? 100%. You can most possibly do it. It's not guaranteed. It's not. I'm sorry. Like, especially if you're starting off with direct mail. Sometimes direct mail takes a while. Even if you get a lead right away that somebody's motivated, sometimes it takes months for that deal to actually work through the process and for you to be able to close on it. So if you're coming in, broke as hell, needing to get money right this second, you're coming in all wrong because you're going to make all the wrong decisions. You're going to make all the wrong moves. You're going to throw money in all the wrong directions because you're desperate for money. Make some money, get a side job, do a hustle, do whatever that's going to get you paid that you know for a fact is going to get you paid right now, and go building this out correctly. Because when you build this out and you follow these steps in this process, you're going to have a business that's going to constantly generate income for you. You understand? We are at a point, fortunately, where if I needed $10,000, I know exactly what to do to get $10,000. I know how this business works. I know where to go. I know how to find my deals. I know my buyers. I know how to close them. I know how to do what I do. I'm good at what I do. You understand? In order for you to get there, you got to put in this work. And step number 3, once you have you're building your buyers list, you're getting all your buyers, you're narrowing that down, you're determining your abilities, you're determining how much time do you have available to maybe do cold calling, do whatever it is. Do you have money available? What are your abilities? Are you good on the phone? Are you not? Do you need to get those abilities better? Like, once you determine all that, step number 3 is you gotta commit to something. Don't do what everybody else does, that they jump in and they're just like a squirrel trying to chase every little nut that falls from the tree. The problem is when you're doing that, you're not going to get anything. Any type of marketing will work if you're consistent enough. You understand? You want to do direct mail. Direct mail will work if you do it consistently enough. Cold calling will work if you do it consistently enough. Now, where's the problem is when you start jumping around. You get one list. You hit it with whatever marketing. Nothing came back right away. You go pull a completely different list. Hit it with a whole different type of marketing. Then you get another list. Or then you're jumping from this type of marketing to that type of marketing. And then you're saying nothing works. You're not giving anything any time to work. If you're expecting to hit it out of the park from your first attempt, I don't know what else you're asking Santa for Christmas. Like, this is a business. This is something that needs to be taken serious. This is something that you need to put a process, think about what you're doing. This is not something for you to half-ass. And I talked about this before, the 3 different types of investor. You have the voyeurist. This is the person that goes into every, seminar, reads all the books, watches all the podcasts, everything, and takes absolutely no action. They live through everybody else's success. Then you have the half-ass person. This half-ass person is the one that half-asses everything they do. They don't follow through on anything. They don't follow up on anything. They don't, repeat the process. They don't track anything. They're just half-assing. They're just throwing money out the wall, seeing what the hell sticks. That is the worst way of doing it. So if you're looking to have success as a wholesaler, You must learn and master these 3 steps. Now, I've done a bunch more training on wholesaling houses and negotiating with sellers, everything. You can find that up here. And then there's a ton of training down here that you can check out. So again, consider subscribing. Give us a thumbs up if I brought you any value. And we will catch you on the next episode.